Hey, Janice.
Hi, Anthony.
Today we're going to talk about a very specific scenario, how to collect the MTA, or Metropolitan Transit Authority, COVID-19 death benefit. Okay. Did you know that the heirs of MTA workers who died of COVID-19 are eligible to receive a $500,000 death benefit? Right? It's a pretty generous benefit, yeah.
Absolutely.
But when I first heard of it, I thought, that doesn't sound right. That's probably a scam. That was my first.
I kind of thought that too. Right? I'm like, there's no way.
But this is real. We've helped a couple of families do this, so we're here to help you understand. First, confirm that it's real.
Yep.
And then
it's real.
Talk generally about how to get it done for your family if you are in this unfortunate situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So first question is, who qualifies for the MTA COVID-19 death benefit? Essentially any MTA employee who died of COVID-19. And are they actually paying this out? I mean, even if it's real and not a scam, are people qualifying for this? And the short answer is yeah. They've already paid out over $62 million, which that implies that there was over 100 and, am I doing the math right?
Oh, yeah.
140 plus employees have passed.
Wow.
That's a lot. I don't know how many employees there are in total, but there's a lot of employees of any company to die in 1 year, right?
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah. So this is happening. They are paying out, and the qualification is pretty broad. MTA employee died of COVID, right?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So that covered that pretty quickly. Let's move on.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That is. Yep.
But as we'll see in a moment, that seems to be tightening. Well, we'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah.
So how do you apply for the MTA COVID-19 death benefit? So a lot of heirs start off by just family members start off by directly contacting the MTA or the human resources or what have you. And what we've learned is no, an heir cannot just apply as a family member. Like I've said, we've had families reach out to us after they tried that and got rejected. You must set up an estate and have a court-appointed executor or administrator. That court-appointed administrator or executor is who must apply.
Exactly.
What if there's no will? That's what an administrator is. If there is a will, that's what an executor is. It's just two different names for two different situations. But even if the person passed without a will, if you're not familiar, there is a way to get a court-appointed person for your loved one's estate.
Yep, without a will, this can be done.
And then once you have somebody who's appointed as the executor or administrator, make sure you choose wisely here who you want to fill that role, because once you have that person, and Janice can personally attest to this, you need to push. You need somebody who knows how to work the system and deal with the MTA and deal with the bureaucracy and get your application processed. It's not as easy as submitting, let's say, like a life insurance claim, and the check comes out in a few weeks. This is new. And anytime you have anything new and you have a bureaucracy, you need some force of will to get it done. Is that about right, Janice?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I believe most emails back and forth were, well, we have to go to this meeting to discuss. And then we have another meeting to discuss that meeting. And then we have another meeting to discuss that meeting's meeting. I'm not making this up, right?
Literally.
I would send it to you. I actually thought at first that this was kind of a hoax, because I mean, how many meetings do you have to have with one death certificate, right? That said died of COVID-19.
Yeah.
But we had to push an email often to make sure it was still on the radar. Yeah. Yeah.
But, if you have the right team pushing it through, we have gotten the funds. So it does happen.
We were doing cartwheels when that check came in, because we definitely worked and had to send emails. So if you're going to have somebody do this, an executor, like you said, they have to know to put, when you say push nicely and keep on top of it, but it's going to be hard if somebody has an actual, life and a job, and they can't send emails and sit on the phone and sit on hold. And
So another common question is, when will the MTA COVID-19 death benefit end? So it's currently extended through, as at the moment that we're recording this, it's currently extended through December 31st, 2021. It may go even further than that, but that's the current extension. But it's much, anyone who's in this situation, anyone who has a loved one who passed away, apply now. Apply sooner than later. And the reason why is because our impression, or my impression, is they definitely seem to be tightening qualifications. It may not be officially out there, But okay, officially, they're now the benefit does not apply if you were not fully vaccinated, I believe, or at least one
really?
shot.
Okay.
So they've already cut out certain people.
Wow.
And then in general, we've had cases where they definitely seem to be taking a closer look at cause of death and whether or not did you have COVID and die because of COVID, or something else, or
you were dying anyway and you happened to get COVID on the last day. Yeah, that's. Yep.
So they're definitely requesting more medical. Bottom line is things are getting tighter, and it seems to be getting harder to qualify. So get your paperwork in soon.
Yes. Yep.
And when I say soon, you got to be aware. If you're not familiar with probate or estates, which is what we do, it's not the day you call us and or hire us. It's going to be several weeks, if not months, before we get a court-appointed executor. That's the pace of how the courts work, especially now because there's still a lot of court staff that are not going into the office and whatnot.
Right.
So if you call us today, it'll be probably spring before we can get our executorship. You know what? But if this thing expires 12/31, but I'm curious now. We'll look into this if that's date of death by 12/31 or application by 12/31.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Either way, soon. Start fast. Start sooner than
now.
later. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't sit on this, or you will miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have. Can you think of any other questions that have come up as you've been helping our clients with this type of stuff?
No, I mean, it's the same thing. We're waiting on a couple of letters to be granted, right? And while we wait, it's like the timer's ticking, but there's nothing we can do to make the courts move any faster. I mean, they're backed up, right? We talked about this at length. So the sooner you can get on this, the better.
Very good.
Definitely. Want to learn more? Check out How Probate Works, Anthony's book, available on Amazon.
Okay. This was a very, very, very specific episode about a very specific death benefit, but it's a big one. So if your family, if you think your family might qualify, check it out. Maybe we can help. Who knows? But hopefully you can sort it out one way or the other.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Janice, as always. And we will talk again soon next time. Take care.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.